Ittai Wong, talking about education in Hawaii.
So my name is Ittai Wong, and I am a 7th grade middle school teacher at YNI Intermediate. The reason why I got into this work was to help grow and strengthen the educational equity and excellence within the islands. I knew that I wanted to be a part of not just the culture and the communities here, but to give back. You know, I grew up here, I was born and raised, and it's a huge honor and a blessing to be able to come back to my island, teach kids that look like me, my people, and be within my culture and help out the communities that I've grown up in and seen and loved. And it's one thing to be able to give back, but it's another thing to have your feet implanted in the soil, you know, to be growing up with these kids and have your feet rooted so that we can have our communities and our culture and just a positive type of trajectory for our students and role models. So one of the things that really got me into this work was the fact that I was raised here and I seen what public education looked like. I grew up K through 8 in public schools. I went to Kailua Intermediate. Before that, I was at Enchanted Lake Elementary, and I had a very blessed opportunity to go to Punahou for high school. Being able to see both private school and public school environments allowed me to see where things were lacking and where things were really helpful and resourceful. And I feel like that dichotomy allowed me to see that there are definitely communities that don't have the same resources as others. That got me to think why that might be, why we have certain resources in town versus on the west side, why there are certain teachers and living opportunities on east side versus the west side. Being able to see that type of thing allowed me to get ingrained into this work. So I knew that I wanted to inspire youth. I knew that I, as a poet, as a writer, as a performer, that my words meant something and that I could help by inspiring. And then I realized it's more than just telling one message, one poem, one thing. I have to be able to give back all together, all the time. So one of the philosophies that I teach in my classroom is that students need to be 100% present 100% of the time, every day, the whole year. And how we do that is by starting off our first day with vision statements, purposes, things that the students write themselves. One of the things that I want and hope to embed in my students this year and for the rest of my career is that it's our personal responsibility to teach each other and ourselves. We're responsible for learning. It's not the teacher to teach you. All I want to do is be a facilitator in the classroom. I want the students to lead, and then I want to give them time to practice. I want to have those communication skills be built, as well as the opportunities to have not just conversation, but meaningful engagement through any aspect that they want, whether it be writing or reading or playing basketball, football, sports. Figuring out how we can engage not just the academic side, but pull all our interests in. So as a poet and as an artist, I try to bring in words and images into the classroom to not just help out the learners that see visually, but auditory and tactile learners. I want to give them things to feel. I want to give them things that they can touch, hold, and figure out what they'd like for the future. Through that, I hope that they get a sense of empowerment and a mindset that shows them it doesn't matter what side they come from, that they should have pride within themselves, because as Kanaka Maoli, as people that are born and raised here and have that type of community, it's our duty and responsibility to share that with everyone around us and make sure that we can push for a better future. Thank you.